I think we've hooked it this time. It seems to be fighting back. Jesus. Yeah, that's a fairly quality dace, that one. It's actually swallowed the flipping hook. Yeah, okay. I'll try and show him to you before he leaps out my hand. God, Jesus. Yeah, there we go. Definitely a dace, not a chub. Hi, well, a bit boring I'm afraid, but I'm back at the weir pool that I fished at the end of last week. The weather is going to change after today, in fact during today, and we're going into another really hot spell. So I saw this as my last opportunity to get out for probably a week or a bit. Anyway, I came back here because I was getting a lot of bites here last week and I couldn't hook them. I'd come to fish the trout stream, but it was too weedy and there was no flow. Incidentally, this morning there is quite a bit of flow in the trout stream, as there is here, and the water is higher here than it was last week. We had quite a bit of rain over the weekend, the first rain for ages. Anyway, I've come equipped to fish here today, probably for roach and dace. I bought a Shimano 9-foot, what they call finesse feeder, a very, very sensitive top. And I bought some maggots and a bit of bread. So, yeah, we'll see what happens. I'm also under trees, which is great, and it's going to be hot today, and by the end of the afternoon it's going to be quite hot, I think. So I'll probably fish to just after midday. Anyway, we'll see how it goes. As I say, I was tempted to come back because we're getting a lot of bites here, and I had one really quite nice roach, and I thought maybe there are more down there. Well, there's bound to be more down there. Let's bring some tackle that I could use to have a better chance of catching them. So we'll see what happens. As I say, a bit more water in it today, so it may fish a bit differently, but we'll just have to see. So let's get going, okay? Sorry about the mottled effect on my face, light and dark. It's because I'm under the trees, as you probably guessed. Okay, right, let's start. Okay, as I mentioned in the intro, this is a Shimano Aero. This is Aero ×1. I'm not sure what that means, but and they call it a finesse feeder. It's 9-foot, which is a little bit better under these trees. I had a 12-foot rod last time I was here. 5-pound line. Shimano reel. It's the Exage or Exage. I'm not sure how you pronounce it. 1000 RC. Maggot feeder. Couple of stops on the line. I always put 2 on when I've got a feeder on in case they slip down. Little sliding bead, and I'm not sure what this hook is, probably a 14. Yeah, the rod was already made up, so as I say, I'm not sure what that is. Right, let's put some maggots on the hook first, because as soon as I fill up the feeder, I didn't buy a lot of maggots because I usually end up with maggots over, and as I won't be going out probably now for a week or so because of the impending mini heat wave again. A lot more water coming down today. So interesting to see what effect that has. Right. What's got caught in my trousers? yeah, this has got a really fine fine quiver on it, so hopefully the bites we were getting last week on what was quite a coarse top, we should have a better chance of hooking them. A bit further out than that really, but never mind. Not used to casting with a feed on. I usually have a shot on. A bit further out. All my maggots are gone, I think. Oh no, there's a few in there. Just leave it at that. It's quite a light feeder, this actually. Didn't really want to put a heavy one on this. Oh no, I'm going to have to stand up, I think. I can't get the swing on this feeder. Or this short rod, it's not allowing me to get the pendulum effect. That's better. Yeah, a bit more flow out there. Because what will happen today is almost certainly is I'm getting bite after bite last week. Couldn't hook them. Now I've come equipped. You probably won't get any bites. Oh, that was a bite. Still very short jabs though. I may just go for a ledger actually. I'm not sure the maggot feeder's necessarily attracting them. I think they're in the pool anyway. I haven't got a lot of maggots, so if I keep filling this thing up I'm going to probably run out. A good thing about the GoPro system is that you can set up the view that the camera is going to get when you've got it in a sort of static position, or when you're wearing it on your body, using the app on an iPhone. So I always do that before I start, and I did it on this occasion. But for some reason the body mounted GoPro ended up being sort of focused far too low. And for the first 40 minutes or so, it was really too low. All you saw was my hands and my knees, basically. So for that period, what I've done is just include the following few photographs of the fish I caught during that initial period, rather than including video of sort of my knees. I readjusted the camera when I realised it was a bit too low, but unfortunately, even though I thought I'd got it right, it's still quite low through the remainder of the video, so I apologise for that. But these things happen when you're trying to sort of video fishing expeditions. Not always as straightforward as it may look. Anyway, just a mention to let you know what's going on. I just had a walk along, you'll probably see it in the camera there, on this little walkway by this railing. And it's interesting, down there's a couple of really clear gravel stretches, or patches should I say, rather than stretches. And everywhere else is weed. So the trick is getting into those gravelly bits. Something you can't really see from here. I think it's about there. Something's having a go. I think it's still the dace, I'm afraid. I'm just pulling the maggots off. It seems like my roach last week was a bit of a fluke. It seems to be nothing but really small fish. Still, it was worth a try. Like everything with fishing, you have a sort of idea and you try it out, but it doesn't always work. I say the good thing about here is I'm under trees, out the sun, and at the moment it's not too warm. Here we go, got that one, putting up a bit more of a fight. Ah, it came off again. It's the two fish, I mean it wasn't enormous, but two fish that have been putting up a decent fight come off. I assume the hook's alright. I think it was only a dace or a roach. Well, obviously it was only a dace or a roach, but nothing else. Well, let's try out there again. That's where we got the roach last time. And that's where we got the roach today as well, even though it was only a small one. Well, this is a bit better. It's a roach again. Don't you flip off. Yeah, it seems to be where the roach are. Quite a lot of cloud cover at the moment. Well, I've hooked another one, but I think it's going to be exactly the same sort of thing as we've been having up to now. Yeah. Yeah. I'm not going to let go of you and try and show you to the camera because I'll probably end up dropping you. Yeah, I'm afraid they're just all small dace. I mean to say, when I was here last week, I suspected that was the case. And I did mention that there's another sort of small pool further up where I'd been fishing a couple of years ago, I think now, and it was just all small dace. And it seems that these weir pools are sort of like a nursery for the small fish, really, I think. I mean, so I saw tons of fry a little bit further down. I'm not sure it's going to be very easy to pick out anything bigger, because when you put bread on, all that happens is the small fish just nibble away at it. I think it's just a matter of luck if a bigger fish comes along, and when I say bigger, probably not that much bigger. Anyway, I'll plod on. You never know what's coming out of these places, but I think as soon as the bait goes in, particularly maggots, it's just absolutely attacked by a small dace, so not much chance of anything else, of getting anything. Well, the session's not over yet. It's just coming up to 11 o'clock. I'm not going to stay much past midday, perhaps 1 o'clock at the latest. At the moment there's some cloud cover, it's really quite pleasant. Plus the fact I'm out in the sun anyway under these trees, but it is going to start to get a lot warmer this afternoon, which is the beginning of this hot spell that's going to hit us over the next few days. Anyway, I'll carry on, and you never know, something may turn up. I've cast out a bit further and I've gone downstream a bit more as far as I can because there's trees in the way. Where the water's sort of losing some of its sort of fast flow. The roach may be a bit more down there. But that was a good pull. I'll have another go. Yeah, I think we got him. I don't think it's very big though. It's a bit better quality dace. I'm going to hold it very tight because you just flip out my hands otherwise. Anyway, there we go. Well. I think that's all we're going to get, folks, today. Dace and small roach. Still, it was worth a try. I think my roach last week really must have been a fluke. There must be bigger ones out there, but they're just beaten to the bait every time by the dace. Well, this one feels a bit better. Oh, fell off. That was a lovely dace. I shouldn't have lifted him out, I should have used my net. I think he went back in the water. Oh, that was probably the best fish that I've caught so far. And because I was being lazy and I swung him. There's all nettles here, it's a bit difficult to see. Yeah, he's gone back in the water. There's no sign of him. It's a nice dace. Silly Robert. Yeah, I should have netted him really. Anyway, well, it's proving a bit better casting further downstream. So let's carry on doing that. Well, I think you saw that dace before it fell off. But certainly I'm casting, as I said before, further down as far as I can, and it's resulting in fewer bites, but the ones I am getting are more positive. Yeah, there's another one. I hope he doesn't fall off. Yeah, there's a better class of dace further downstream. Yeah, I won't open my hand because basically you'd be out of it. Oh, this is improving. That went round straight away. I think we got it. Roach. There's only maggots there, I can't see the hook. Yeah, little roach. Oh, that one went round. God. And we missed it. That's about the best pull I've had all day. God, Jesus, that really pulled round. This is looking promising. I think we've got it. Doesn't feel very big though. At least it's still on the hook. Yeah, a little dicey. I think it's a dace. Yeah, it is. It's not a bleak. I haven't caught bleak for ages. I used to catch so many bleak when I was a youngster, you know, down on the Thames. Oh, excuse me. I'll start using these maggots up. Good pulls here. Yeah, I've got that one. So we've got to keep pressure on these. Ah, it's off again. The number of fish that's come off today is just remarkable, really. Wasn't very big though. I think I'm only just managing to hook them, to be honest. think we've hooked it this time. It seems to be fighting back. Jesus. Yeah, that's a fairly quality dace, that one. It's actually swallowed the flipping hook. Yeah, okay. I'll try and show him to you before he leaps out my hand. God, Jesus. Yeah, there we go. Definitely a dace, not a chub. Well, I suppose the objective of today has been achieved in a way. That I bought different tackle to try and hook bites that I couldn't nick last time, and I'm hooking them. Well, not every time, obviously, but it was just, I was sort of hoping we could pick up another roach or two, like, hello. It's alright, just hold on a second. GoPro, stop recording. Oh, a little bit of interruption there, giving directions. There are some good dace down here, you know. Perchy, the first perchy of the day. I really thought we'd get more perch today, you know, on maggots, and this is the first one. Now I'm not sure whether or not he took that on the way in, because something grabbed the bait a little while ago as I was winding in, and I think it was a perch. So this is the first one. Nah, don't struggle. He's gone. Jeez, Houdini. These fish are Houdini. Houdinis. Anyway, that's our first perch of the day, and I'm sure he took that on the way in, because I didn't feel anything when I struck, and I think he just went for the maggots as they were going through the Yeah, well, we've got half an hour left for something big to come along, but I don't think it's going to happen today, folks. Say a £1/2 roach would be more than welcome, but I don't think that's going to happen. There's too much competition from the smaller fish, even if there is such a roach down there. I'm afraid the competition's too great. Straight away. Yeah, now this must be a perch again, taking it on the way in. I'm sure it is, because that wasn't on the hook when I struck, I'm sure. Oh, having said that, perhaps it was. Perhaps I just didn't feel it. That's a little roach. Well, we caught a few fish today, that's one thing. Bit different from going after big chub, isn't it? Or even not big chub. Yeah, I struck in as soon as the tap started. And that's what they are, little daces. I think that's all we're going to get, folks. That's it for today, well, for this morning. I only planned to stay till about midday, 1 o'clock. I wasn't going to stay too late because the forecast is it's going to get very, very warm. But having said that, the cloud cover's still with us and it hasn't felt that hot, to be honest. So, but anyway, I came here today really just to see if I could do a bit better with all the bites that I was missing last Friday. I had the wrong tackle last Friday. I'd come to fish the trout stream for chub and it was really unfishable, and sad thing is it looks a bit better today, but never mind. Anyway, I bought better tackle this time, or more appropriate tackle, 9 foot very fine tipped feeder rod, and sure enough I managed to hook a few dace, I managed to hook a few small roach, one small perch crept in at one point, but unfortunately I couldn't attract better quality of roach. I got some better dace in the end, but that roach I got last Friday was a really nice fish. If I could have caught a few more of those I'd have been more than happy, but it wasn't to be. But there we are, that's fishing, isn't it? The river's up quite a bit, which is good news, and there's a lot more flow. That bit of rain over the weekend did the world of good. Anyway, thanks for watching. This video is sort of close on the other one really. It was only last Friday and it's Wednesday today, so it's less than a week, which is unusual for me. But as I say, I didn't want to go out in this hot weather that's coming, so that's the reason for that. Yeah, so as I say, thanks for watching, thanks to the subscribers, and thank you for the comments and the likes. It's all great stuff. Really enjoy it. Thank you. So I've now got 1 kilometre walk back to the car, which crucified me last time, but it's not so hot today, and I haven't done as much walking beforehand, so we'll see how it goes this time. But I'm starting to get to the age where these sort of things are not really the best thing to do, I don't think, but there we are, I'll get there. So as I say, thanks, and it's bye for now and cheers.